Annie and Konstantin.
And you're watching another episode of...
Updates.
Fulfilled Cliffhanger Edition. So as you know, we have posted the Depression and Anxiety Life Hacks video last week, and since then we gained, thanks to Anne's incredible spread the love activities, a little bit of traction and attention to our little video. So as now we are approaching the 700 views, which is really a big deal for us. The thing that is even more awesome is the fact that we gained quite a few more subscribers who are probably here because they want to know how it is going to continue with the depression anxiety life hacks, and we will come to that. But first, hello and welcome. We would like to use this brief moment to introduce ourselves really quickly. And then we will get to depression life hacks, and then we will get to the cake.
Yes, all of those things. As you already heard in the beginning, we are Annie and Konstantin, and we are a filmmaker duo located in Stuttgart in Germany. Our big plan here is to create films and online content for an audience and in dialogue with that audience. So the depression and anxiety life hacks are kind of our first big step in that direction, and we're excited to see where that goes. Beyond that, we're working on a few other projects, and we're using this format right here, our updates, to keep you in the loop on all of the cool things we're doing and all the filmmakery, creative ongoings and shenanigans that is happening in our lives, including, of course, the important matters of, cake eating.
So last week we carefully chose an angle to present a wonderful purple cake that has been produced by Annie in the honor of my birthday, and we failed to show the most important, crucial part of the whole cake extravaganza, and that is the cutting and eating, but mostly the cutting. And since we have received complaints from our most engaged viewers, we decided to recreate that situation to fulfill our promise that we unknowingly made. You may have noticed that this is a different cake than it was in the video before, but this is only because the crucial ingredient of that cake is magical fairy dust star flower power. And that thing is short on supply right now. We used pretty much everything on it for the last cake, and the next batch will be created by the fairy tale magic dwarfs probably in a couple of months, so we needed to switch to the apple cake.
But back to business. So in the last week I've been busy sending the first episode of our depression and anxiety life hacks out into the world, because I very much want to get it seen by as many people as possible, because the more people see it, the more people it might help and do good things for. And along the way I am working on the script for episode 2 of depression and anxiety life hacks. Episode 1 was about emergency coping, and episode 2 is going to be about daily life maintenance, because living with an unruly pack of brain weasels is, quite tricky even when they're not currently busy setting your mind on fire. We already have a pretty good list of tips, tricks, and life hacks assembled, but we would also very much like your input, because if you are living with brain weasels, you undoubtedly have some coping strategies and things you do and found that make you feel better, that make life a little bit easier. And I would love for you to share them with us so that we may share them with the world, because this is about connection and about helping each other. So please go ahead and share your tips, tricks, experiences, and stories with us down in the comments, or shoot me an email at hello@konstitutionelle anarchie.de, which will be on the screen, but more importantly down in the doobly-doo.
While Annie is more focusing on the distribution and production of the depression episodes, I am working on another project of Konstitutionelle Anarchie, which is a short film that is a low-budget neo-noir genre-defining student film, which involves a lot of post-production work, and I've invested a lot of time, and it's still a little bit way to go, but there's a decent chance now that there will be a trailer coming out this Sunday.
So these were the updates for this week. This is what's going on right now. And that brings you basically up to speed. So welcome again, new viewers. One more thing that we should probably explain. We discovered a while back that it is very useful in this auto-documentary process to take a moment every week to think about what you learned. And we have, because we're very reasonable and humble people, decided to call these things that we learned our weekly epiphanies, because it's always good to have an epiphany, and really having one weekly is just, like brushing your teeth. It's a good ritual to get into. So here's for our weekly epiphany for this week, which we totally did not pre-record, which is totally just happening right now. We're just gonna move back to, daylight and
shh. I almost didn't realize it.
Nobody knows.
My epiphany is that it's actually working. The
distributional model we have theoretized being do good stuff, put time and effort into it, don't dumb it down, and then contact people who might find it interesting and let them spread it. It's pretty amazing how we got 200 views only from you writing to 10 people or 15 or something.
The world we live in now, there's so much content out there and you need to find it. And usually you find it by other good people saying, hey, here's a thing that is good that I approve of, take a look at that. And as content creators, we're in the strange position of contacting people being like, hi, do you approve this? If so, share with your circle. And then you have that desire to explain why it's important to you, why it matters to them. But you also need to keep it brief because these people don't have an infinity of time. So you're trying to, in as little text as possible, be like, hey, look at this thing that I made that I think you would care about. And if you care about it, please share it with the world, because it's good art and good art needs to be seen by people. You feel like when you ask people to share your stuff, you feel like you're like, I want attention, give me attention. But it's really, I mean, that is part of it, obviously, but mostly it's a matter of we made a thing that is good, that we believe in, and for it to be useful, it needs to be seen by people. And that's something that we can't do on our own, because we need the social connectedness of people sharing stuff they like with other people.
You need to have a core message, like something that is important, but you have also find a way to package that message and to distribute it.
I think what you're getting at is the fact that the modern day artist needs to also be a good advocate and promoter for their work.
Yeah, I think that's the gist of it.
Last Sunday we already showed you the poster though, which is quite beautiful, and I think you should post it in this video so that people can look at it.
It's very, very clever. I could explain it to you, but you probably figured it out already.
Explain it. Oh, because, yes.
I was lazy to create a background.
Are you telling me right now that you half-assed the poster?
No! I full-assed the poster. Completely, I double-assed the poster.
Hello!